Hello again, YouTube. So, as a celebration for Denki, the Autonauts devs, releasing the game for console, I decided to go back into it, right? I played this game when it was new and really loved it. I was super into the survival, automation, crafting type of games, like the way I play them out of Minecraft, Factorio, stuff like that. So I was like, well, cool, let me just play this game again, right? And then I got super big into it, streamed it for a little bit, and then as I was streaming, I was learning little tips and tricks, and I kept like going back and redoing things, reorganizing things, and I said, you know what, forget that. I'm just starting over. The goal of this particular playthrough is a little bit of a tutorial for you guys, as well as a like refresher for myself of the game, for future-proofing. So I know what's coming in the game, and while I'm trying to be as spoiler-free as possible if you're kind of playing along, I mostly want to set things up in a way in which I don't have to re-go through them a billion times in a general sense. Some robots, for instance, I may have to go back and redo, especially for upgrading robots, but just like the thing that robot's doing may no longer be relevant later. But I want it to be every single robot will never be frozen. They'll never be stuck trying to do something. They'll always be going to like home or doing something. Here we go. I did carefully pick the map that was spawned into so that way I have plenty of room for expansion without having to worry about stuff that I don't have yet. Explore, collect resources, craft structures, tools, and machines, automate systems, establish industries, research, colonize. Yep. Let's colonize. All right. So the first bit of tip, of course, is just do this. I'll explain. Explore some dark zones. I'm gonna need to get here anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Cool. Okay, I pick up a stone. Chop down a tree. Yeah, I already know. Oh, I have to stow it first. Hold on. All right. Okay. So yeah, it's just stow and retrieve your items, which is Q. Will put whatever's in your hands in your backpack as long as it fits. Pressing Q with empty hands will pull whatever's in your backpack back out. You can use just a rock to chop down a tree. Right click on the ground anywhere and it'll drop whatever's in your hand. With a few exceptions. Anywhere on the ground it'll do that. Alright. So I'm going to need to make one of these. And close that. I need to make a crude workbench, which is 2 logs. There's 1, 2, and then 2 sticks. 1, 2. Up.
Nice.
Alright, now with the workshop, I can build basic tools and parts, such as, for instance, this axe. So I'm going to need 1 stick and 1 stone to make it. I can grab 1 stone. As you can see, I have an open backpack slot. Press Q to put it in there. As the tutorial just told you, that I kind of skipped over a little bit. So now I have a stick and a stone. Even though I can pick up more sticks, I can't carry the stone and the stick at the same time, which is like the whole trick of the game. Now you might have noticed what I just did only requires 1 slot in your hands and 1 slot in your backpack, and you make the whole tool, right? That's going to be relevant when I make my first robot. So it wants me to use my axe to chop a log, which is one of the first steps for production for anything. And then you can chop the log into 2 planks. You can chop 1 plank into 2 poles. Boom. Industry is built. And we build the robot crafter, which is going to take 3 planks, so I need 1 more plank. Well, I need 2 more planks, I guess. Actually going to move this closer, so don't forget that you can always move this stuff. So now instead of me having to walk a billion miles while carrying these very slow moving logs, I can just move this over to the logs with no downside. Boom. Crafted. Groovy. Thanks. Alright, so it wants me to make a robot. Yeah, I didn't actually have to click that like that. Will for some other things to set up recipes like I did for this. But now I need 3 planks, which I already have down, a log, and some tree seeds. Right. You might have noticed that I chopped down more stuff than I needed to. It's because now I have enough stuff on the ground for 2 robots, exactly. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Pick up my 1 pole. Say 1 pole. Bam. My 1 log. And 1 tree seed. First robot made. And I'm just gonna make a second one just because. Alright, so I'm gonna charge my robot. Hey buddy. Tutorial done. Autonauts assemble. Right. Alright, so that wants me to give my axe to the robot, which is actually not really the way that you want to do this. It's teaching that you can, but you want to actually make a robot. Then when you program them and it's when they need a tool, the first thing you want to program them is to pick up the tool if they don't have one. And then when you finish all the programming, you throw the axe at them. So actually the last thing that you want to do with a robot that uses a tool would be give them the tool. So blow the whistle. Hey! Select the spot. Now unfortunately now you have to tell it to do exactly what he says, which is actually not the ideal way of doing this, but it's good for starts. So I need to record. Just find a random tree. I'm going to, I'll click the repeat button, click the play button. Okay. Like a new bot to teach. First bot is helpfully providing raw resources. It's true. It's just laying on the ground. Oh, it wants me to make another one now. I should have waited that one part. First off, though, I need to take this guy, make his search size bigger, and go up here. I can't go any higher because the dark zone, unfortunately, but that's fine. So my tree stuff is actually going to probably be about right here. I'm actually going to take a second to like plan out. What do you want me to click on? Soil. I don't want to click on soil. I want to click on tree stump. Is it going to be mad at me if I click on the tree stump? No. Okay. So you might notice there's like this grid pattern. It's only going to dig on these squares and ignore these ones for some reason. Oh yeah, okay, it's mad. But I don't want it to dig soil. I want it to dig up the stumps. Here's one flaw with the game is they assume stuff in a dumb way. And yeah, you can make it bigger. Yeah, sure, why not do this? Repeat forever. I click give the thing. Click the play button. I don't want it to do that actually at all. Can you stop? Hey, I forgot how slow level 1 bots are. Alright, give me that. I don't want you to do the soil. Never, ever, ever dig up the soil. I want you to dig up the stumps. I don't want you to dig up the stumps in your max range for now until we actually set this up. And then... yeah, go. Go ahead and charge the spot. Yeah. Listen to me. I want you to pick up a tree seed. These are all gonna have to be changed. The way that they do this is so bad. And then right click on a hole. Click on the repeat button. Oh, I want to move these though. Like, sure, none of this matters. Eventually I'm gonna have signs for that anyway, so it's gonna be easier. And oh my god. Okay, we'll finish the basic tutorial, which gave me access to more stuff and or my little ship thing. Yeah, I got a certificate. So now I just have to let this keep going forever, which will mostly take care of itself. I also get more blueprints. It's going to give me some tips. So here's some pretty in-depth stuff for how to play the game. Here's an entire glossary of every item in the game, including recipes. So like, wow, look, it's a good blade. How do I make that? Okay, so I need crude metal plate and a pole. Well, I already know how to make poles. That's interesting. In a crude metal workstation, which takes these things. Like, we're nowhere near into that yet. Okay, box turtle bot. So these ones are all going to have to be redone pretty soon, in fact. I'm also going to need another one of these. Yeah, remember, always move your blueprints if you can until you have bots auto building them. It's a heck of a lot easier to not have to carry stuff very far. Yeah, so these are actually going to go kind of over this way for now. This is going to be a pick. So we're going to start needing rocks, and luckily this is right down here, so that's easy enough. So I need to make another robot for that. Actually, I also need to make a robot to charge. Have this robot charge. I forgot I had an extra one. Alright, so you recharge your bot in whatever your max area is. Just, sure, I don't know where these guys are actually set up. Do this forever, unless you can't. But also, you control to select stuff in here, and if you do Control C, it'll copy it. And then now I can make it so it's going to check out 2 areas for charging. Look at that. So now I can charge twice as much room. Should have this go up a little bit more. This will go up a little bit more. When you get much nicer robots, you'll be able to do like pretty much the whole area. If you use this like a small map, a maxed out robot with bigger search with upgrades can do literally the entire map and then some. There's actually too much room. Unfortunately, I can only do 2 because I would need 1 more to be able to add on this repeat forever, which is mandatory. So the charger bot is actually going to be good for now. I finished all the tree stuff, so now I get to move on with that. So now I can make chopping block. Yes. So I can much more easily have robots automate making my planks, which is good because that's kind of the plan at the moment. I don't need to worry about that. I'm actually going to show you the better way to do that kind of thing. So I'm going to need 1 of those for now. Actually, I'm only going to need 2. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need more axes. Or maybe not. Okay, I thought the one that was chopping out stuff was broken at the moment, but I guess not. Nope, he is now. Oh, it's a shovel. I'm gonna need a bot to make shovels. But as I said, all this is temporary anyway. Well, these robots, that is. Oh, they weren't set to, okay, right. So here's an important thing. So remember when I said the first thing you need to teach them is to pick these up when they're empty? So the best you can do is you can do if your hands are empty, so if they're not holding a tool, or we'll pick it up. So now it's going to look for a tree stump forever until its hand breaks, and then it's going to do this, but it's just going to skip over this if it does have something in its hand. So basically, this is just auto repeat on its own. And the tree chopper needs to be set the same way. It doesn't have an axe, unfortunately. So come on over here and pick this up. If your hands are empty, do that first thing. Enjoy. Well, both those are good for now, I guess. So I need you to make planks. I need you to make poles. And I need another robot. My main thing at the moment is I'm pretty desperate need of like storage. And then I can sort of semi-permanentize everything. Alright, so I got all these robots now. So I want Mark Zero number 5 to pick up logs. Also going to temporary, so I'm not concerned about like future-proofing this particular guy. And then come over here. That's it. So basically just do this forever. They're kind of slow. Okay. Fun things you can do. I want you to do this 5 times. But I only want you to do this if there's nothing on the chopping block, right? Even though this is temporary, I still want it to not go forever, because that might be a problem. I'm going to do essentially the same thing here. I want you to pick this up. You will, however, do this until your hands are full or there's nothing left. And then once you drop them here, this is most of the same thing. Do this until your hands are empty, but do it until your hands are actually empty. Sorry, hands are empty. I want you to repeat this. You know what, that's fine like that, because you're going to be making 2 at a time. So I want you to repeat this forever. Well, until... Or... If... This is empty... And do that forever. Perfect. So you are... Poles, and you are... planks, and now those are taking care of themselves to some extent. I don't need to worry about that anymore. That's cool. Cool. And then I can use this to get my stone stuff started, right? So for that, make another robot. Alright, so this one is going to be my stone getting robot to, actually, hold on, for planks. I didn't set this up in like a smart way, right? No, I did not. Just as big as you can, and this is probably about where I had everything set up, so this is fine, whatever, go. So that makes a bunch of planks. You're going to be my stone miner, which actually won't get changed all that much, ever. First off, I'm going to need an actual pick, though. I haven't made one yet. Hey! Oh, forestry is going. Look at that. Got myself some kind of useless stuff. But I like the commemorative slabs, those are cool. Alright, so then you, Mr. Stone Miner, I need you to, if your hands are empty, pick up a pick there, because whatever. And then I want you to come down here. And mine. That square is fine, doesn't matter. Well, it takes forever. I just do this forever. Have fun. Now I'm gonna start needing to be doing some fancy stuff. I'm going to need boxes. I'm going to need a lot of them actually. I'm going to need see, 1, 2, 3, 4 minimum, and then 3 of these, right? So we're gonna do it like so. This is what I need. So I'm gonna need a box to store all of these stones in. But let me move this thing, 'cause it's just permanently in the way. That's just what this is for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something to like absolutely future-proof everything. And this is one of the reasons why I'm like, well, I have to restart, right? So I had this stuff set up like this. So I would just bring all the logs over here. I would make the logs into planks. I'd make the planks into poles, and then so on if there's more. And then I would have these guys come up to wherever the sticks are being stored and bring them down, and then come over here to where the stones are being stored and bring them up. And that was just a lot of extra walking, very inefficient, right? So I thought, well, what's an easy way to deal with that? Well, it's actually very simple. For every item that's being used in your crafting area, bring a box. It's that easy. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and move this down one just so I can fit the stuff up here easier. So I'm going to have, let me do it this way. So I know that tree seeds need to get used for robot stuff. And then I know that I'm going to need logs, planks, and poles, sticks, stones, you know, whatever. So all that stuff is going to need to be brought up here. That's the most effective way to do it. So you have your storage, like your main storage, where things are being made, and then wherever they're going to be used, you just have somebody, a dedicated robot, just bring the stuff to them, as opposed to having the robots walk way across the map to go get them. That way you have a box that has a backlog of stuff, so when the guy's walking back and forth, you don't necessarily run out. So that's like the goal, right? So I'm going to do this one first, because I already have stuff for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. There's my first box. And in that box is going to be my first stone. The stone storage, done. They're right back down there, which means I need to make one more for Robot. So I'm just gonna build all these blueprints and then show you the next step. Oh, but real quick before I forget, so remember when I said I want them to always be moving back to their like base if they're not doing something? So here's the easiest way that you can do that I found. So I want, well, let me hit record. So I want this robot to pick up stones. This area is fine for now. I want to do this until his hands are full, or it'll let me exit on fail. So if it doesn't find stones, it'll move on. So if there's no other stones here, and then I want it to drop them all in here. Now you'd think, okay, if you do this forever, or you put on, like, do this till your hands are empty, right? So now it's going to come down here and pick up stones, do this until its hands are empty, and then repeat forever. So if this gets full, it'll just wait. Well, now if I do that and then I move it, it's just going to stand here and continuously try and put stones into the box that's no longer there. So you can fix that by doing this and doing this. So now it's going to come down here and pick up a stone until its hands are full, or there are no more stones. Then it's going to come move up here, and then it's going to drop them until its hands are empty, or it can't anymore for some reason. So if I move the box, it'll move with it. If it's full, he won't be able to put anything in here anymore, so he'll go back and pick up more. And if his hands are full and the box is full, then he's only going to move to the stone storage. So no matter what happens for the rest of time now, if I move this box, he's going with it. He is perfectly future-proofed. If he gets more storage in his hand because I upgrade him as a robot, it's not going to change anything. If the box gets bigger, it's not going to change anything. So he is now a perfectly future-proof robot. And I'm going to do this for all storages in the entire game. Yeah, so I got most of this kind of filled out. I've had to alter a couple of things to get this working right. So I put the storages here because this is where the stuff's being generated. So like I said, I want the stuff to be generated and stored, and then moved to where it's being used and stored separately. So like here, my logs are going to be picked up right here. My logs are being transferred to over here. These are going to be extra storage for these. So eventually these guys are going to be pulling out of 3. And then they're going to be moving 1 to 2, 2 to 3, etc., etc. So these are going to kind of fill themselves in. That way I'm going to wind up having 300 storage of each instead of only the 100. But that's not going to matter for a long time. I'm not even going to... you can stack up storage up to 3 times for just all the storages, but I'm not going to bother with that. Not yet. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually making this so it's just one big tree farm, basically. And the easiest way to do that is to set it up yourself. So basically, I'm just taking a shovel and just digging holes everywhere here, and then I'll never have to worry about it again. So I'm just going to continue digging up all these holes, and I'll be back. Okay, I got my 5 robots made to fill in the rest of my 5 storage systems here. I'm going to start at the bottom, well, the top, I guess. So that means I'm going to need planks. Downside, hold on, is I actually have to set up these first, so I'm going to need more robots, but I'll just choose it for now. So anyway, I need you to pick up from here. Oops, do this till your hands are full, or you can't. And then go on to here. Literally that easy, right? Bam. Do this till your hands are empty, or you can't. Well, one of the easiest ways to deal with that is so they don't walk back and forth as you saw some of them were doing earlier, probably. If your hands are empty, then you walk and fill in. If your hands are not empty, then you just stand here until your hands are empty. Forever. These are going to be holes to crafting. Boom, that easy. There's nothing up there yet for it to come down here with, but you get the idea. And this is gonna be the same thing. So just gonna charge these all up real quick. Okay, so I got all of these transferring over. Now the chopper boys only take from the third one, and each one takes one from the previous one, fills theirs, so that I have four full storages of logs before I'm out. And whenever this one gets emptied, it gets refilled here. Same with this one gets emptied, it gets refilled here. If this one gets emptied, it gets refilled from here. But I mean, they all get refilled from here. So now that's all set up. You might have noticed, well, my tree stuff stopped. That's kind of going to put a hamper on the way logs work. Well, that's because the tools broke, and I haven't been having that being automated, and I'm very tired of making the tools. That was one of the reasons why I had the sticks and stones come up here, so that I didn't have to continue running down here to grab stones and running over here to get sticks. But I already made the boxes for these, and I redirected these guys to grab from the boxes instead of the workbench. So the plan now is, well, to automate the tools, basically. So I don't know if I'm going to have, I'm definitely not going to have enough memory to be able to craft and store them, but later on the storage spots, well, I'll be able to just get rid of it. It'll be nice. So this is going to be really easy. It's the same exact way that I've been doing it because they don't have backpack slots either. Okay, well then it's not the same way that I'm going to do it. It's going to be way more complicated, but that's okay. So you're going to grab one stick, drop it off, grab one stone, drop it off. Repeat until this box is full, whatever. This will be getting changed immediately after I get the next robot here. Because these are garbage. Have them build like this, so stupid. But in order for them to build like that, I'm actually going to need another robot to actually put the shovels away. First, which I always forget to do. Come on. I should pick up shovels from here, drop them off here, wherever. Feed this until your hands are empty. Actually, there's really no reason to do that because they can only carry the one of the stuff anyway. So I'm just gonna call this bait store. It's gonna be temporary anyway, so I'll do. Go, have fun. So now tools are being crafted. Now I don't ever have to worry about spades again. I used to have to worry about some of them getting charged, but that's a problem for another day. So let me get some more 4 more robots going for the. Oh good, the charger does still reach down here. I think I set it up so the charger reaches all this stuff, which still applied to a little bit of this. But these guys are, yeah, these guys are dead. I'm gonna need more chargers for that, but I feel like we don't die right now. I'm just gonna make the rest of the tools and then move forward from there. It's so much easier just to make the robots now. I don't have to go walking a bajillion miles away. Very nice. Oh, you never got. Well, now you guys can see how I changed that. Let's see, my stones, the miner. Yeah, I know. Why does it seem like you? Yeah, whatever. So you're gonna come up here. Literally, it's that easy. You just replace those. So now he comes over to this box to get a pick. The reason you do that is because now, before, if I were to move this, that'd be no problem. But now I have a little bit of a backstore. So if I'm going to have like 5 or 10 robots using shovels, if a couple of them all break at the same time, I'm going to be in trouble. But now, this is also so when eventually you get, say, upgraded tools, because the fact these are crude tools means that there's going to be better ones, right? You can use the same box, and they'll just upgrade. They'll just automatically grab the better tool. You don't have to worry about anything. It's very nice. Oh, I finished all these. And now I gotta start doing the farming stuff. Wants me to farm up berries and stuff, which I don't really need to do, but that's probably where I'm gonna start because I can't exactly do pumpkins yet. I mean, I can, but I can't. I don't have mallets yet, basically. So that's gonna be it for this video. See you later.